Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed those lightning talks and your breakout discussions. Once again, many thanks to our speakers and also to the co-facilitators who appeared in those sessions. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Peirce Clark, who serves as the XR Association's Program Development Manager. Peirce assists in the development of industry-leading best practices. He evaluates potential research topics and supports XRA's health and inclusion communities. He's going to share with us the preliminary results of a new national survey on how teens are using VR today and how they expect it to impact their lives in the future. He will offer thoughts on what all this could potentially mean for the future of XR in education, which is why we're here today. Peirce, take it away.
Awesome. Thanks for the warm welcome, Michael. Like Michael said, my name's Peirce Clark, Program Development Manager at XRA. And today I'll be sharing the results of a teen use of XR in education survey that XRA issued in April. A big shout out first to 3W Insights who helped design the survey, and of course for Joan Gans Cooney Center for getting us all here together today to discuss XR in education and all of the fun, exciting topics that come along with it. I'm excited to share the results of the survey with everyone today. And explore teens and their relationship with XR as it relates to education. So some quick details about the survey. It was open for 2 weeks. We issued 600 total surveys to a nationwide audience of teens aged 13 through 19 in a mix of public and private schools. So we have representation from rural and urban communities, from a wide range of age groups for people of different parts of the country and with differing access to XR technologies, which gave us a good comprehensive look into how teens are using XR today. Can you get the next slide? So one of the first baseline questions we asked is, how much time do you actually spend using technology in a day? And 60% of teens responded that they spend at least 4 hours a day using technology. And on top of that, 25% reported spending 7 hours a day or more using technology. And with that mix of school possibly online today and social media and then gaming applications possibly after school, we can confirm what I think we might all suspect, that teens use a lot of technology. And one application of that technology, which has been a hot topic as of late, a reason that we are all here today, is the growing interest in using XR in education. And in that application, 2 out of 5 teens report having used VR or AR in school already, which is great. But it also brings up an awareness topic that I'd like to briefly touch on, which is that teens may not know that they're using XR when they're actually using it, that they may be using it already. For example, if they've ever played Pokemon Go or have used Snapchat filters or they're big on TikTok, those all employ some degree or element of AR, but teens might not know that it's AR that they're using. So the item to point out here is that awareness of what XR is important, and teaching about it may be important as well as applying it to an education setting. Nevertheless, with the survey, XR usage is fairly consistent across most geographic groups, though students in the West have a slightly higher usage than the average at about 42%. There's also a parental education skew. So kids with at least one parent who has a college education are 14 points more likely to have used a VR headset in school than those without a parent who attended college. Can you have the next slide for me? Great, thank you. So digging in a little deeper here, we then asked students where they're using VR and AR in school. And this question had a select all that apply feature, so students could choose one answer or multiple. And about a third of the population who had used it in a technology or a media setting. About a quarter have used it in either a science, art, or an after-school program, or in a alternative learning setting. And I think that really highlights the diverse ways in which XR can be used in the school setting. That there are applications in the arts and also the sciences and creative studies, including things like learning languages. After that, we asked students, if after high school, they would be interested in taking a college class if it includes a VR component. And over half responded yes, that it would be a draw to attend that college if XR courses were included in the curriculum. And that increases to 61% for boys as well, teen boys. Next slide, please. So what did teens actually think about their experience in XR? About half reported a positive experience, while only 16% reported I did not enjoy it experience. Boys, again, responded more positively to the experience than girls by a slight margin, 52% to 48. Though with that excitement, teens also note some potential concerns over the future of XR. First and foremost was the cost of the headset itself, which is a reasonable concern. I mean, with this being a new technology, and new technologies can come with a price tag early in their adoption, but the cost can come down as the ecosystems mature. Other concerns include its addictive nature, which is very socially aware of teens to identify that. Also, people staying indoors and concerns about privacy and lack of universal access. That is, people having access to the technology itself. Can you hit the next slide, please? Thank you. So considering those concerns over XR, what do teens think about the future and the trajectory of XR? So while teens are aware of the concerns of XR technology, they still look forward to utilizing immersive technologies responsible in education. When we asked if they would own a VR device themselves at one point, 38% of teens responded absolutely yes, which is terrific. I mean, there's certainly a lot teens need to consider when thinking of personal ownership of a VR device and thinking way down the line. But that demonstrates a good level of optimism for the technology, which is a great sign. Next slide. So despite the concerns over XR technologies, 4 out of 5 teens are excited about the future of XR, which again is terrific and shows how much enthusiasm there is for the technology and the applications. And there's also a slight gender skew here as well, where teen boys are slightly more excited about the future of XR than teen girls. Teens believe that XR will impact their lives in a number of ways, including providing an outlet for fun with friends in social settings or in games, which 2/3 of teens responded to. But they also think that it'll impact their lives with creative endeavors, and importantly, and applicably to today, with help and learning. So there is a lot of enthusiasm around what XR can offer, and teens, while aware of the concerns, still have enthusiasm about XR in the future. Teens generally, we found in the survey, who have used XR generally want to try it again, and that repeated and recurring interest poises XR for a role in their lives down the road. Next slide, please. So as a final thought here to sort of wrap up my time, teens recognize that immersive technologies provide opportunities for education, creativity, and self-expression, and that it'd be valuable not only in the classroom, but also in the workplace in the future. So if you're interested in learning more about XRA and the work we do, or want to join us, definitely check out our site. Go to xra.com/join us to learn more. Thank you, everyone. It was a blast talking to you all today. I'll hand it off to Mita.